In this video, I'm going to explain what to do when you feel the wrong muscles activate in any exercise. I'm going to show you one hip exercise that a lot of people get wrong, and I'm going to show you how to use specific strategies to activate the right muscles while you're doing it. These strategies will apply to any exercise where you feel the wrong muscle activate. So if you watch through to the end, you'll be able to troubleshoot literally any exercise that you have a problem with. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and feel right. So to help illustrate this problem, I'm going to show you one exercise that I've shown in a lot of other videos, and that is a sideline leg lift. So when you're trying to lift your leg up using these muscles here along the side of your hip. This exercise can be done in different angles. I've shown it and demonstrated it in different workouts at different angles, but the idea is the same. You're trying to get the muscles to work on the side of the hip. A lot of times people will find that when they go to do it, they can't even feel the right muscles firing, or they'll feel the complete wrong muscles firing. I've actually had clients tell me that they get the inner thighs as the most obvious sensation when they try to lift their leg. When you have this type of thing happening, you need to have some strategies available to help you turn off the wrong muscles and turn on the right muscles. So the first thing we need to do when we're trying to do any exercise is know which muscles need to be turned on. So muscles create force by shortening, right? So in order to lift my leg up, to lift these bones up, I gotta use muscles here that are gonna pull the leg up, right? They attach here to here. When they contract, the leg moves up. If I contract muscles here that connect my pelvis to my inner thigh, those muscles pull my leg down. So those cannot be the ones that I want firing. If I have muscles on the front firing, they're gonna pull this way. Muscles on the back are gonna pull that way. So we want to be clear about what muscles first are firing and where they are roughly. Once we know which muscles are supposed to fire, we can then make the determination of whether or not the wrong muscles are activating or the right muscles are activating. But let's say you're doing this and you're thinking, I can't feel anything, I don't know, or I'm feeling this, I'm feeling the inner thigh, why am I feeling that? So let's troubleshoot through this problem with this exercise as the example. So my inner thighs are overactive, I can't seem to feel this. Strategy number one is to actually just massage the muscles that you want to be less active during the exercise. That means just rubbing or using a foam roller or using a lacrosse ball, something to just tell those muscles to relax a little bit. And then you can try again. See if that helps you release some of that restriction and tension in the muscles you don't want firing, and that should generally help you feel the right muscles firing. Sometimes doing just a little bit of massage in the muscles you think you're supposed to be feeling will also be helpful, because you're now telling your brain, hey, there's some stuff here. Let's pay attention to some of this stuff that's here. So little massage on the wrong stuff, little massage on the right stuff, and then go through the exercise again. If you still can't feel it, then we've got another strategy. I want to say a big thanks to Petrie, Jay, Lisa, William, and Tiger Lily for your support of the Upright Health YouTube channel. If you want to support this channel too, use that thanks button or the PayPal link down below. Now let's get back to activating the right muscles. Let's say you're only doing 5 or 10 reps of a specific exercise and you just don't feel the right muscles. Well, what you can do is do more reps until you get to fatigue. Maybe do 15, 20, 30, 40 reps until you start to feel some fatigue. Moving the body part is definitely going to make some muscle work. You just may not be able to feel that muscle yet, and maybe all it takes is doing it a lot longer for more repetitions, and that's going to key in the sensation of, oh my goodness, there's some muscle working. The third strategy is to try less hard and to hold the end position for longer. So where this becomes very important is when you're trying to do an exercise and you're cheating because you're trying so hard to achieve what you see on the screen. So maybe you see me in a video do something where my leg goes up high and you're thinking, I want to get just as high. And so then you cheat and you twist and you turn and you start feeling other things firing. You feel your QL, you feel your shoulder and your neck and whatever. So in those cases, you're trying too hard. You're using way too much effort and you're sending signals to fire to every muscle everywhere. So what you can do is relax, only go, like 50%, and then just hold the end position for a nice long period of time until you start to feel fatigue in the correct muscles. Maybe it'll take you 30 seconds, maybe it'll take you a minute, who knows? But just wait there, just hang out and wait until you can feel the right muscles fire. With both of these strategies, getting that fatigue sensation is what's going to help you really connect to those muscles. You're going to find that in the future, you're going to be able to feel that fatigue better, and it may even come quicker, which might make you think you're getting weaker, but in fact, you're actually just starting to feel those muscles better and more clearly, and you can tell just how weak those muscles actually are. The fourth strategy is to adjust angles and positions. Sometimes when you're doing a new exercise, you may not be doing it with the right angle with your limb. Maybe you're turning it too much in, maybe you're turning it too much out. So you want to experiment with finding an angle or a slightly different position that might help you feel the right muscle. So if I'm here and I can barely even move it, I can't feel anything happening here, maybe adding a little bit of hip flexion and then lifting will help me feel the right stuff. That's why I actually demonstrate this exercise in a lot of different angles, because some people actually find that different positions are going to be a much bigger challenge and are going to feel so much better and more stabilizing for that hip joint. So you can play around with angles and see if you can access those muscles in a different position, and that will actually carry over when you start going into other positions. And finally, the fifth strategy is to just put some weight on it. You might be thinking, that doesn't really make sense if I can't feel the right muscles. Why are you throwing load on top of my body? The answer is you don't want to throw a ton of weight on. You don't want to overwhelm yourself and hurt yourself. But sometimes adding just a little bit of weight, 1, 2, 3 pounds, can be enough to make it obvious to your brain and body what muscles need to work. If I'm just lying face up doing a pressing motion, it's not so clear to me which muscles are actually having to do work. If I put a weight in my hand, it starts to become a little bit more clear what muscles are working. And if I add even more resistance and more load to the muscles, it becomes really clear which muscles are having to do work. The key is I'm not overloading the muscles and I'm not using too much load where I might injure myself. So in this exercise, if I just throw a weight around my thigh or put it around my ankle, that little bit of extra can be enough to help me feel the right muscles fire. Once I can feel the right muscles firing, I can choose whether I want to keep using the weight on there or just take the weight away and keep doing the motion, feeling the right muscles firing. So now you have 5 different strategies you can use when you feel the wrong muscles activate in an exercise, and now you'll know how to activate the right muscles so you can fix that exercise and clean it up and feel good. If you're looking for more ways to improve your hip mobility and overall hip strength, be sure to check out the link to the Healthy Hips program. And if you're looking for more ways to challenge your hips, your shoulders, or your spine, be sure to check out these videos that I'm going to link here. If you want to support this channel, use the thanks button or the PayPal link down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell notification icon. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.